Let's take a quick look at the T55 here. Notice the two doors there. One is an aerated cloth, the other is a piece of plastic. If it's too moist down below, I put the cloth there, and if it needs more moisture, I put the plastic there, and it seems to work very good. The T55 here, I got a little bar going here that helps collect. It's a casting bar, but it holds the upper chamber up as well. And usually I just let the castings drop. This T55 to the left is processing human ore, and with very good results. And they're finished castings. And I think there's a lot of space, a lot of working space in this T55. I have it on wheels to make it easy to move around. And I'm not anxious to get these castings, as you can imagine. So what I do is I put them back on the top, and I'll show you that more in the video. And sometimes I'll add a little duff to change it up a little bit. You don't want to have too much castings. So that's how you do. You collect it from the bottom. Now, unlike these urban worm bag or the vermi bag, I think for the most part they don't get a lot of worms at the bottom when they open their castings. Since this one is a continuous flow system as well, I always have worms at the bottom, so I have to take them out. But I kind of like it, especially when I'm starting out with this, working with this bin, because once I put my material on top, I can just dump all of it back in, and I'll have a bunch of worms that have to work their way back from the bottom again. So that's kind of what's going on here. I'll have a bunch of new worms that'll be there. Right now I'm just soaking this in some slurry from all the stuff I compost. I've been starting with power composting again, using the garbage disposal, because I have a lot of leaves that I want to activate. And as you know, those of you who follow my videos, you know that I put all my liquid slurry from all my fermenting or vermiculture, and I put it into the liquid into my carbon-based composting bins. Right there, I just added some lime and some oyster shells that I minced up using a NutriBullet, an older NutriBullet. I don't recommend it. You could ruin it, but right now, okay, here we go. That's right. This is human ore that I'm putting in here. And I know a lot of people may have some negative thoughts about that, but I had to experiment with this thought to see if reds will actually break down human ore. And it turns out they do. They love human ore, and this could have a lot of good applications. And I have not tested my castings at this time. For now, what I do is once it comes into casting form, I let it compost outside for a little bit. So not only are you getting this vermiculture taking care of your outputs, you also have it outside for a little bit. And I don't put it on crops that I grow with. But this is what it looks like, folks, right after. All that stuff that I got from the bottom, that's what it looks like right there. And I'm getting these scutterflies, which are a pain in the bum. So that's it. And from now on, when I'm working with the T55, I only work with it at the top right there. So that's that. Right now, it's at the perfect level. I keep it at this level all the time. So that's why I keep adding the castings back on top. When I find that I'm almost too far over the line, that's when I'll collect my castings, and I'll take the worms out, and the castings I will compost outside. Always cover with a screen here. That vapor barrier works very good. I never get any worms try to climb out. And of course, it stops vermin from getting in best they can. I don't recommend doing your vermiculture in your basement. Mine happens to be an enclosed basement. So that's all I have to say. This is the T55, and I will show you how to build if there's an interest.